Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Gil with IPG Rentals, and today we're going to be talking about Decimator Design's DMON-QUAD. Let's check it out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to see right away is the iconic Decimator Design bright red color, which comes with most, if not all, of their products. This right here is a really great device. We're going to go ahead and dig into the software, but before we do that, I want to talk about what you see when you open the box and you see the DMON-QUAD itself. You're going to notice that you have the 4 buttons here that can help you operate and change the menu settings internally without having to hook up to the software. You have everything from your left to right arrows, your back and your enter keys, and you could literally do everything from right here. But to save time and to be a little bit more efficient, we're going to go ahead and use the software, which I'll show you in a little bit. But first I want to show you the 4 different inputs. These right here are all 3G-SDI inputs that you could feed 4 different channels to the quad itself. And then the 5th one right here is your output, and on the other side you're going to have the output for an HDMI as well, which allows you to send all 4 channels via BNC out HDMI to the monitor of your choice. Right above the HDMI port, you're going to see a RJ45 port. That port allows you to be able to sync tally to the monitor. So underneath that, you're going to see a USB. That USB port allows you to hook up to a computer. That computer can now download the software from Decimator Designs to be able to operate the menu and the settings inside of the box, and it also allows you to do a firmware update if needed. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and power this on. It does come with a power supply, which is threaded. It's a nice little safety feature, so it allows you, if it does get bumped or kicked, it can't just be accidentally unplugged and kind of mess up your whole show. So we're going to go ahead and plug that in, and remember, it is twist, so you can go ahead and twist it tight. Once you see that it's nice and tight, you're going to notice immediately that the LED screen in the back is backlit and it does turn on. Right now there's no signal going to it, so it's going to say no signal for everything. So let's go ahead and first, before we do anything else with signal, I want to hook it up to the computer using a via USB, which comes with it as well. So you're going to go ahead and plug that in. And once we have that plugged in, we're going to go through the computer and put the settings into the quad box so that way we can go ahead and set it up to the 17-inch monitor using 4 BNCs. So let's get started. So first you're going to want to go over here and click on scan. When you click on that, it's going to immediately start searching for a device hooked up via USB. You're going to notice right away the DMON-QUAD popped up. The reason for this is you can have numerous devices from Decimator plugged in here at once. So this, if there was more than one, you'd be able to drop this down and you'd have as many as you have hooked up. You'd see them all here, and then you can select it and be able to operate the settings through this software. But we're going to keep with the DMON-QUAD because that's all we have right now. First thing I want to show is status. You could create a custom name. So for example, we would just put IPG. That would be the name of this device. If you wanted to name it per the show, if you wanted to name it per yourself, however you wanted to do it, you're more than welcome to. And you want to make sure that all your statuses, your inputs 1 through 4 are unlocked, because if they're locked, then obviously you're not going to be able to send any signal through them. From there, we're going to go to control. Right here, this is for your HDMI out. Remember, I did say you have 1 HDMI out. This allows you to send RGB 444, 2 audio channels passed, which is kind of the default setting that comes with this. Or if you open it up, you have from DVI RGB with no audio pass, meaning you'll not be sending any audio, which is kind of a good little safety if you have it as a DSM. With that DSM setup, you don't want any audio going through there that can accidentally confuse the presenter. So if you just put no audio pass, there's no risk of that happening. It's just a good little safety tip to have. You could do that with all the way from HDMI, DVI, YC, BCR, 444, all the way up to 8 channels of audio, or none at all. You can pick which settings best fit you. We're going to go ahead and keep it at HDMI RGB for now, even though we're not using that. Then you have your 3G-SDI output format, A or B, depending on what source you need. So we're going to go to Multiview. So before we get into anything that's actually plugging into the DMON-QUAD, I just want to go ahead and read to you guys what you see here and kind of go over the layout, and then we can go ahead and start plugging things in. First, you're going to see Output Select. Right here, you can have Multiviewer, which will give you your full quad, or you can select each individual window. This meaning you only have 1 window up at a time. Alright, so another cool feature is that you can actually send different formats from each camera. So if one camera is sending 2398, the other one is sending 5994, that's not a problem. This box can handle it. Not only can it handle it, it will notify you above each window screen, notifying you, telling you what each camera is sending, so that we can make sure that each camera is in the proper format that you need. Remember that RJ45 port I was talking about? That's exactly what this is for right here. You can actually do tally boxes, you can do tally borders, so that we can indicate which camera is actually live, and that's the feed that you're sending. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start plugging in some BNCs. The first 4 I'm going to plug in are all inputs. Those are all coming from the 4 different cameras that I have out here in front of me. So once we get those plugged in, though the box will be receiving the signal, you will not be able to see it until I plug in the output, which would be the 5th BNC. So let's go ahead and get started, and then we'll see this baby pop up. All right, just for the sake of time, I went ahead and plugged in all 4 BNCs to the inputs. So that's feeding all 4 cameras that are surrounding me right now. This right here is the input. Once this is plugged in, you should see this pop up right here. Cross the fingers, hope it works. And there you go, just like that. So you're gonna see right away you have cam 1, cam 2, cam 3, and cam 4. Those are actually customizable, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you right here. So first you're gonna wanna go to UMDs right here, and once you click on UMDs, you're gonna see, make sure that they're all enabled right here. If I disable one, it disappears. If I enable one, it comes back. That's all the way through, all 1 through 4. Then you have right here, it's all customizable. So say I just wanted that to be 1. Right there. Now it's just 1. But I'm going to go ahead and be a little bit more efficient. So I'm going to label it cam 1 so I know exactly what it is, and you guys do too. All right, and that's customizable all the way down. You can even change the location. For example, keep looking at box 1. You're going to see right now it's in the center, but you can move it to the left. You can move it to the right. But you can also just keep it center, which is where I'm going to go ahead and keep that for right now. You can go a little bit more in depth. You can change the colors. You can change the background colors. But for me, I kind of like it just nice and clean. Right there, right in front of you. Label it however you want. Whatever you need it to say. You can put names. You can put numbers. That way you know exactly what each window is and what it's designated to. So that way you can change it to whatever you want. You can put names. You can put cams. You can put numbers. Whatever you need it to be so you know what it's designated to make your job easier and more efficient. So now I'm going to go to multi-view. When you go to multi-view, you're going to see right away output select. That's telling basically the monitor what it's receiving and what it's actually going to be showing. So we're going to go to multi-view, and you're going to see you get window 1 through 4. We're going to go ahead and go to window 2. And if you click on window 2, you're basically going to see just one window. That's what camera 2 is actually showing. But I'm going to put it back on multi-viewer for right now, just so I can show you guys what else it could do. Now, if you go a little bit further down, you're going to see multi-viewer number of windows. Right now, you're going to see that there's 4. Now, say you only need 3. So you don't have 4 cameras. I'm going to go ahead and put 3. When that pops up, you're going to see 3 windows. That's actually even customizable. You can actually go into your layouts, and this gives you the ability to change the layout of how you want it to look. So for example, if you go to Windows, we only have 3. That shows you the 1LB, 2LB, 3LB. That gives you the ability, if you wanted to take this one and move it over here, you can rotate them all. But for continuity, I'm going to go ahead and keep this as cam 1, this is cam 2, and this is cam 3. Let's go back to multi-view. Say you just had 2. Right now, you see it went to a double. That right there is much cleaner, it's much more efficient, and it just gives you the ability to be a little bit more organized on the job. But again, we have 4 cameras, so I'm going to go back to all 4. All right, so there you go, Decimator Designs DMON-QUAD. If you found this video helpful, please comment, like, and subscribe on the link below, because every Monday we're going to drop a new video just for you. Because at IPG Rentals, it's our gear, your vision.